The three areas the summit will focus on are reform of the international financial institutions, global environmental governance, and system-wide coherence in the UN in terms of delivering development assistance. The first being reform of the IMF and the World Bank, the Bretton Woods institutions. The Bretton Woods Conference, which resulted in the setting up of the two institutions, took place in 1948. And the whole governance structure of the two institutions reflected the balance of power at that time. The world has changed dramatically. And because of that, the governance structure doesn't really reflect the economic reality on the ground. You're finding an increasing number of countries disengaging from the IMF and the World Bank. There is, I think, now a groundswell of thinking which feels that the time has come to re-examine the roles of these two institutions, as well as to address the governance structures to make them more reflective of the world of today. And the Commonwealth is now well placed to provide leadership. And the mini-summit provides an opportunity, a focal point, to get this advocacy structured and launched in a concerted way. The second one is global environmental governance. There are this range of institutions out there tackling different elements of the environmental agenda. But now, again, if issues like climate change are to be tackled effectively, there are very important issues such as the transfer of resources, the transfer of technology that have to be handled. And the current institutional architecture really is not well equipped to handle some of these issues. The third area is UN system-wide coherence in delivering development assistance and humanitarian assistance as well as environmental support. Now, you take the food crisis that has now been preoccupying so many institutions, leaders, and people. It's a very good example of how the capacity does not exist for the UN to act in a coherent and concerted way to respond to challenges.